Live again back at SEC Media Days, Radio Row Atlanta. It's been hectic though. It's been hectic. Got my guy DQ Smith in the chamber.
How you doing?
Good. How you feeling, man?
I'm feeling good. Good.
How's this week been for you? I'm sure it's a whirlwind.
Yeah, it's been smooth, but we get through it. It's all good.
So I looked into a bit of your profile, right? Saw you play quarterback. Senior year of high school, dog. 28 tutties, 14 on the ground. I just want to first off talk about that, and then let me know how does that help you look at the game from a defensive back standpoint?
Quarterback in high school, it was pretty easy, you know what I'm saying? Because the competition, you always probably better than a lot of guys that's in high school already. So just seeing that all the time, and then it translates to me from high school to college because now I got to know everything. Quarterback, I had to know every single thing what everybody was doing. Same thing with DB, I got to know everything. I make checks, make calls, my side of the field. So it all correlates with each other. It's the same.
Yeah, I said earlier with Roman Harper, the safety is kind of the quarterback of the defense. So it's a smooth transition. I want to ask you also, you played every single year over there, true freshman, jumping in that water in the SEC.
Yeah.
What's your goals for your fourth year? What you got under your belt that now you're ready to show everybody?
Goals for my fourth year is to get the ball. A lot of ball protection, a lot of interceptions, a lot of forced fumbles, whatever it includes, getting the ball back. Playing a lot of special teams as well. I've been doing that, but doing that as well. So that's kind of my goals.
DQ, I want to ask you, bro, in the area we are in, with everybody hopping in the transfer portal year in and year out, man, you've been there 4 years. It's going to be 4 years. Right? What made you stay loyal to Coach Beamer and that South Carolina program?
Just what he preached for me to get there. When I was in high school, my senior year, when they offered my junior year, but my senior year, they used to always keep in contact with me. So just whatever they was telling me, when I finally got there, they kept it on. Like it was the same thing there. Even when I got in the building, I know a lot of coaches probably change up or certain things different. But when I got there, everything was the same, and that was the reason I went there. Then Coach Gray as well, defensive back coach. I feel like he's the best in the country, and I still feel that way. And he's still there, and he's still coaching the same thing, making me a better player. So it was no reason for me to leave. And then my family is close to us, so everything's perfect.
Talk about your versatility, bro. Being able to play nickel and safety, and how they're able to use you in a multitude of ways on defense, and how that's going to help you out when it's time for these NFL scouts to evaluate you for the NFL.
I'm an athlete. I could play at nickel. I came to play safety, but when I had to move to nickel, it was no problem because I was just an athlete. I can guard guys. Safety, I could play high, so it was easy for me, easy transition. But wherever I'm needed, I play it.
How easy is it for you to cover, man, when you got the pass rushes like Dylan Stewart coming off that edge,
man,
bro?
It's easy, man. It's easy because you ain't covering for that long.
That's what I'm saying.
Get to the quarterback. We had Cal Canal as well. Both of them guys coming off the edge, so it was easy. Cover for 2 seconds, they figured that, and then ball out. So it was easy playing with them guys.
Talk about being a kid from Columbia, being able to rep the hometown. What does it mean to wear that logo? And then also, what went into that decision to go to South Carolina? Was it a no-brainer? You've been wanting to do it your whole life?
It's been a pleasure playing for South Carolina, because growing up, I always see the stadium. I always see kids wearing it. And then finally, getting to this point where I can wear it now, it's an honor. And then playing for them, man, it's great. The atmosphere is different. The fans, everybody's just different, man. Like, my family's here as well. They're Gamecock fans now, obviously, but the fans, they behind you right or die. Win or lose, they're always behind you. So it's amazing playing for the Gamecocks.
Y'all got a really, really tough schedule this year.
Yes, sir.
And just like last year, and I think a couple games, like the LSU game and the Bama game, them games go the opposite direction. Y'all probably in the 12-team playoff.
Absolutely.
Right? When you got a quarterback like Lenore Sellers coming back, who everybody giving him the Heisman hope and everything, we know what we're going to get from the defense.
Absolutely.
But what are you looking forward to most, seeing him take that next step and putting y'all in a position to be able to get to that 12-team playoff and compete for a national championship?
Well, I think his biggest challenge right now is going to be leading the younger guys along as well, because we got a lot of guys that's coming in, obviously. So just leading those guys. As far as him getting better, he's doing that each and every day. So just seeing him do that. A lot of guys might ask me, like, what is he going to get better at? I feel like he can get better at everything because he only played 1 year. So it's like he can get better at everything. He can improve at everything. So just my biggest thing I can see from him doing this year is really bringing those younger guys because he's going to lead them, because the receiving room is a lot of younger guys. So those are the guys he's throwing to. So just leading those guys.
I know it'd be some battles at practice.
Oh, hell
Fall kept everybody go down, huh?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Iron sharpen iron. Come on, G.
Yeah, come on. That's how it works.
What's it like going against him in practice, though? Give me some stories.
It's
a lot of jaw.
It's frustrating, bro. Yeah, it's a lot of jaw jacking.
But he don't be live, so he can't.
Exactly. Yeah, he can't really talk too much, but it's frustrating though, because he's still it's plays where it's like we'll attack him off, but it's like, are you really gonna make that tackle though? Because we see it in games all the time when he's breaking those tackles. Like he's strong, fast, big dude. So it's like playing another running back in there. So it's just like seeing him, man, it's challenging because he can make a play from nothing to something real quick. Escaping the pocket and then throwing the ball 50 yards on the field for a touchdown or something. Like it's easy, but at the same time it's not easy. So it's just what Lenore's is what he do for real, man.
We talked about Dylan Stewart. We talked about Lenore Sellers. Give me a player you think that deserves some more flowers, some more attention, both sides of the ball.
On defense, I would say cornerback Judge Collier. Judge Collier definitely deserves more. He's a long corner, physical, come down here and hit you. He can play man on man. He's fast, big corner, 6'2", about 205. He can do everything a corner will want. And then offensive side, I would say Jared Brown. Jared Brown, one of our receivers.
14.
Yeah. He can run routes. He's fast. He can catch. He's willing to block for you. He's willing to do everything. So it's just those two guys that's out on the radar that deserves my flowers.
I know a lot of people looking for a big season out of Nick Harbor too.
Oh yeah, Nick Harbor. Yeah, he's one of those guys as well.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Before we let you get out of here, man, we're gonna hit you with rapid fire.
Okay, let's do it.
Lock in.
Favorite sneaker all time?
Favorite sneaker? Louis Vuitton.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Favorite rapper to listen to when you getting hyped for a game?
Lil Baby.
Give me a song.
Song I listen to?
Yeah.
Oh, I'll say.
He about to play Bama.
Oh, Bama. If I'm out to play.
No, you about to play Clemson.
Okay, if I'm out to play Clemson, I'm gonna go with freestyle.
Okay.
Freestyle. Yeah, I'm gonna go freestyle.
Gotcha.
Easy.
Favorite movie all time?
Friday.
Go. That's a classic. That's a classic. Favorite place to visit?
Place to visit. I'm gonna say Orlando. I like going to Orlando.
You like Orlando?
Yeah, I like Orlando. That's cool.
All right. Toughest opposing player you ever went against?
Ooh. Toughest opponent. Devon A-Chain. Running back. Takes that down. Yeah. He was
tackle that.
Yeah, he can. Yeah, that boy fast. He quick too.
Yeah. Last one. If you wasn't playing football, what would you be doing?
I'd be coaching. Yeah,
I see.
Yeah, I'd probably be a defensive back coach or a defensive coordinator. I don't want to be a head coach though.
Right.
Yeah, I just stay on the coordinator side.
Gotcha. Man, appreciate you for your time,
Yes,
man.
sir.
Good luck to you this
Thank
season,
you for
man.
having me.
You already know.
Yes, sir.
Nice to meet you, dog.
So, thank you.
DQ, man. Gamecocks, bro. I think this is a team to watch. That's my SEC sleeper. I ain't gonna lie to you. I know you got Florida. I'm feeling the garnet and black, man.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, since Coach Beamer has been in South Carolina, they've been a tough program. You know, they're going to give you about 8 wins, sometimes 9 wins. They trying to get to that next tier. They trying to get to that point where they compete for a national championship or competing to get to Atlanta to play in the SEC championship. And they right there, bro. Just like we just talked about with DQ. I watched that Bama game, bro. They was right there. It was for the taking. And as they were trying to run the clock out, they running back, fumble the ball, Bama gets it, goes down, scores, and the rest is history. The LSU game, you know, if they don't call that block in the back on, I forgot who it was, against Nussmeier, LSU lose that game.
They
bro.
do. It's a pick six.
Yeah, you flipped them 2 games. South Carolina probably in that 12-team playoff. So they right there, bro. I think Beamer probably talking to them about finishing and playing all 4 quarters. And I think if they could do that, man, they gonna be in good position. And also, like I asked him, if Lenore Sellers take that next step, they're gonna be a tough team to deal with.
Oh,
they're gonna be a real tough team to deal with. And he talked about Brown, the receiver, number 14, really good player. But I think Nick Harbor is the one he has to take to he has to get to a whole nother level this season to give him that added weapon to be able to make their offense and make defensive coordinators have to scratch their head at night trying to defend them.
100%, because if you got one guy, it's gonna get singled out. It's gonna get busted, whatever, bracketed, whatever kind of coverage you want to put on them. It's a lot tougher whenever you got a lot of more mouths to feed, like an LSU or whatever the case may be. Shout out to Boot. Come on, I had to drop him in there one time, G. You know what I just realized, though? I walked in here without my credential.
For real?
Yeah.
Nobody told you nothing. You look like you belong.
Last year, they stopped Nick Saban. Am I more stamped than Nick Saban? Come on. That's a thought. That's a question. That's a question to be asked. Ben, come on. Come join the damn program, bro. Ben over here acting like, or my bad. What we gave him? Jared Nussmeier? And we called him Jared.
Jared Nussmeier.
Come on. Mic up, man. Mic up. 1, 2.
We are back, ladies and gentlemen.
Back like you never left. Come on. You know the drill. We're going to be live. We're staying live. We ain't getting out of here yet. But we will be live again at 3 o'clock Central Time, 4 o'clock Eastern Time. Depends on the time zone that you at. Depends on where you're located in this position here. All right, G. I'm about to ask you a couple questions here. I want some of your reactions. I want some of your takeaways. We were talking about Brian Kelly in the comments earlier that he made. There was one that he made about NIL, about rev share, about holding people accountable that are trying to find ways around the system, right? And we talked about it. Like, it's going to be so hard to hold people accountable. What's your thoughts on that? And just BK saying, come on, we're going to have to lock this down.
I think BK knows the pressure is on. I think he knows Scott Woodward is looking for results this year. 9-10 wins ain't good enough, right? You got to be playing in Atlanta. You got to be in that 12-team playoff. You got to be in the mix. And I'm not saying he has to go win a natty this year, but they got to be in the thick of it, bro. And, you know, whatever approach he has to take to get his team prepared on Saturdays, he got to do it. Whatever you did the first 3 years, obviously it didn't work. Right, I'm not saying you got to tweak your whole system and your whole process, but you gotta change some things that you've done that probably hasn't resulted into wins like it might have did at Notre Dame.
Right,
different type of culture down here than the Midwest. You know, when you talk about the kids from Notre Dame, and especially when you playing playing independent, it's just a different type of beast than playing in the SEC. Right, any given Saturday, we talk about it all the time. So. Results, bro. No excuses, just results.
And then not only that, like the situation you inherit too. You come in here with, what was it, 35 scholarship players, 36. Like, you're gonna have to damn near rebuild the whole staff, the whole this, the whole that. Speaking of rebuilds, he made a comment saying he is bullish on the offensive line. He is buying the stock. He's smashing it all in on the front five, protecting 13. Potentially number 18, Will Nussmeier. What's your thoughts on the offensive line and that comment in particular? I feel like personally boosting the confidence up a little bit, because that's my question mark. That's been our question mark for months.
If you go back and look at all our streams, I've been consistent with this since the spring started.
Yeah,
I like Tyree Adams. Been following him since he was in high school at St. Hall. You know, a basketball kid, got great feet, agile, good size, but he played guard last year. He played blind sides. Totally different. Do I believe in Tyree? I think he can do it? Yeah, but we still got to see it. Weston Davis didn't play at all last year. At all. Right? Great size. I think he was a 5-star coming out of high school, if I'm not mistaken.
For sure.
Top 5 tackle in the country coming out of high school. When you look at him, he's a very large human. Right?
Massive.
And the coaching staff is high on him. But we still got to see him do it. Right? DJ Chester. You're probably not going to be playing center. You're moving the guard. Does that benefit the offensive line by you moving from center to guard? I don't know. I got to see it. Braylon Moore, you played at Virginia Tech and the ACC. Totally different from the SEC. Josh Thompson, you played at Northwestern. Totally different than playing in the SEC at LSU. So, and Mabenga, who came in last year for Dellinger when he was hurt, he had his bumps in the road. So, I think on paper, when you're talking about from a skill set, a talent standpoint, they had the offensive line has it, but you still gotta see them do it.
Yeah.
And until we see them do it, it's going to continue to be a question mark. And week 1 is going to be a hell of a task, because that D line got 2 guys on that in the trenches that's potential first round picks.
An edge and an inside D lineman. You got it in 2 different ways. My take on the offensive line, I do think that whatever unit that they roll out there in week 1 will be continuously edited. Like, even if, let's say, Braylon Moore's at center and then let's say DJ slides over to guard, I would not be surprised if hypothetically down the road, maybe a Florida, maybe an Ole Miss matchup, they move them around. If they don't see instant success, I'm not trying to say that it's going to be a short road, but I'm going to dial it back to BK's first year, 2022. I've been saying this probably 600 times. 6 different offensive line combinations through 6 weeks. Like, whatever you see out there in week 1, even if they do get busted up by Clemson and you do have some holes exposed, whatnot, I could potentially see it working out. You're going to have to see them in a live play, because the proof is always in the pudding, for sure. You can only look at matchups on paper for so long, especially in the trenches. Because in the trenches, like, bro, there's a lot of things that are going to have to go into play. Not only conditioning, not only your strength, your weight, but the understanding of the whole schematic system. Plus, I mean, dog, you talking about Dylan Stewart or a dollar back years ago, a Dallas Turner or Will Anderson. What you doing against that?
Right.
Like Joe Sloan said, that's one of the toughest players he ever had to scheme against.
Right.
I find that interesting. Like, yeah, it's a big grown man league out here.
Yeah. And now I will say this: their O-line having to go against Pyburn, Patrick Payton,
Gabe, Jamari,
Rutherford, Dominic McKinley, Wooden from South Florida. They just took in the transfer portal.
They got Sadir. They got Ahmad.
Yeah, like you got to go against these guys every day at practice. So they're going to get you prepared. They're going to get you ready. So that's a good thing. And I'm hoping that what BK does in this fall camp, and I can't remember last fall camp how he did it, but I would love to see him be live a lot of fall camp. It was a lot of thudding last year, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong about that, but from what I remember, most of fall camp was a lot of thudding. They had some practices where they went live, but I want to see majority of this fall camp where they getting after it, bro, because that's the only way you're gonna really know what you're dealing with and what you're going to Death Valley with in South Carolina.
How you balance that, like going live, putting your team in a simulated game environment while still also trying to protect them and make sure you don't have any, injuries or stingers or anything, nagging things walking into the season?
Me personally, I know some head coaches like to be careful on going live and, going out there with just shoulder pads and helmets and kind of stand light because they don't want to get anybody injured. I think BK got to take a different approach this time around, bro. You're in year 4. You cannot go to Clemson wondering if we ready in the trenches.
Yeah, no, you can't.
You can't do it, especially with the offensive line. You got to know what you're getting yourself into. And the only way you're going to do that is being able to get after that practice consistently throughout fall camp. I can't wait to watch it and see when the bullets get to flying.
Yeah, because he talked about it one year at media days, talking about, it's like a leaky tire. You got some air coming out of your tire. That's our team right now.
Right.
We got some patches to fix. If your O-line isn't sound, especially in this conference, that ain't no leaky tire, G. That's a whole ass flat tire, man. Your control arm just popped and your wheel fell off. Like, that's the biggest piece to this entire situation, especially if we got Google pressure on Nussmeier. If we're talking about a Heisman season, if we're talking about like a repeat of what Jaden Daniels or Joe Burrow did. Both offensive lines, I know 2019 wanted Joe Moore. We didn't do it last year. Michigan got it last year, I'm pretty sure. Your boys, the Big Blue, shout out. Do your repping. Come on, rep your Wolverines. But anyway, that's where it starts. When you're talking about offensive production, you have to lock in those 5. And I feel like really most importantly, it's that left side, bro. It's that blind side. You've been blessed with Will Campbell, generational talent. Now you really gonna see.
And after talking to Joe Sloan since spring, he hasn't came out and gave me a for sure if this is something he's going to do. But don't be surprised if you see some packages with Juwan Johnson or Michael Van Buren, where
mobility package.
Yeah, where they give the defense a different look. And look, I'm here for it. If you give Juwan Johnson 3 to 4 snaps a game, I think that's good. If you give Michael Van Buren 5 to 6 snaps a game, I think that's good. You're not going to take Nussmeier out of a situation where he's not getting a rhythm, where he's getting pulled off the field too much. But you got some packages to give the defense a different look. And I think you have to do that in today's game because a quarterback that's not mobile with their legs, these defenses now are eating you alive. And and I guess it's going to it's going to depend on how good this offensive line going to be, right? If the offensive line is a little shaky starting out, I think you can see some packages with Juwan Johnson and Michael Van Buren. I think you can see that.
I feel like Juwan got to have some type of incorporation. That was one of our first takeaways whenever we saw the switch from DB to running back to quarterback, which, by the way, I ain't never seen anything like that before in football. Like that's one of the more, I'm not going to say confusing, but just more unorthodox moves in terms of roster management, position changes, whatever the case may be. It's going to be key and vital to put a player like that out there. I mean, I'm pretty sure he holds the state record for most yards in high school. The LHSAA record books, Juwan Johnson at the top of that thing. Like that's an offensive weapon waiting. And then you got a lot of eligibility out of him too. I'm going to pop you this question off the cuff. Would they have to worry about him entering the portal potentially just with how crowded that room is and then with like kind of how undefined his role could potentially be? Because it's like, is he a quarterback 3? Is he going to be used as a gadget guy? And what do you do with that?
Me and his uncle Jerry is really, really cool. We talk all the time. And he told me straight up, man, Juwan feel like once Nuss leaves, as long as they give him a fair shot to compete for the job in the spring with Michael Van Buren and Colin Hurley, he said they're going to stay put. So I think that's what you're going to see. I think you're going to see Juwan try to go battle for that job in the spring. The question going to be, Does LSU bring somebody out the portal to compete with Jawan Johnson and Colin Hurley?
Right.
And Michael Van Buren? Do they do that? Or are they happy with those three and say, look, whoever went out these three, we cool with it? I don't know. That's a big question mark. Now, Michael Van Buren going to have a little edge on all of them because he has experience. He played as a true freshman at Mississippi State. And I keep going back to this. I happen to be watching. I keep getting tongue twisted. I happen to be watching the game when Mississippi State was playing Georgia.
Yep.
And bro, he was killing it.
Threw for 300.
300-something yards. I think 2 touchdowns. I think 1 pick. Bro, and they was going toe-to-toe with Georgia just because of his play. That let me know how good he could be. And I remember watching him on the 7-on-7 circuit. I think he played with Raw out of Florida. He was committed to Oregon at the time. And bro, he was the real deal. I like the way he carries himself. It's coming off his hand. He's athletic. He's mobile. He seems very cerebral. So that's going to be a good talent coming back next year when Nuss decides to move on to the NFL. But again, like I said, Jawan Johnson and his camp, they feel like they could win that job. So I think the only way you see Jawan move on is after the spring, the writing's on the wall that he won't get the job.
Right. I think in this situation with LSU not bringing in a quarterback in the recruiting class last year, dragging their feet a little bit this year. I mean, I think the only person they really visited was Bo Bentley. He's going to Oklahoma. It seems like they're going to have to kind of be forced to get at least one piece in the portal because of experience. I mean, we talk about it a lot, experience being the best teacher. Brian Kelly doubled down on his introduction press conference today. You would have 2 guys who had never seen the field in that role under Michael Van Buren, who still would theoretically be, I'm not saying unproven, but just like we're saying with Tyree Adams, we got to see it. So I feel like they would have to portal somebody in, and I'm going to double down also on the hot takes here today.
Right.
The portal exit, I feel like it would be Colin Hurley because he's got, in my opinion, the highest ceiling out of all of them, and he's sitting there waiting for his time. And I mean, in my head, you would think it would be Michael Van Buren, Colin Hurley, then Jawan, but that's still only 3 quarterbacks, bro. Like, they're going to have to get in a 4th one. And then you never know who's entering the portal. It could be a damn playoff team that fell short. Somebody gets their head coach fired. Mm-hmm. And then now you got an opportunity there as well.
I think the smartest thing to do from a roster management standpoint is once the season is over, you have your exit meetings with all the quarterbacks coming back. Michael Van Buren, Jawan Johnson, Colin Hurley. You have a real conversation. Look, there's going to be a battle between these 3. We could possibly bring somebody in from the portal that has some starting experience. So that'd be 4 quarterbacks in the home. The spring starts, you let them battle it out. I think that could possibly go all the way into fall camp.
It should.
You know, because I just don't see one of them just separate themselves that much in spring for Brian Kelly to come out and say, you are starting quarterback. Kind of like what Syracuse did with Ricky Collins. Before spring even ended, Coach Brown said Ricky Collins not starting quarterback because he had separated himself that much. I don't anticipate that happening at LSU after the spring. It's just not enough time. I think it's only 3 weeks. It's not enough time to see. You're not gonna know.
And the spring is losing it's hype, right? Like you watch people cancel spring games, shorten it, make it less game, like all these different things. Which I mean, look, I get it, but I also feel like that's gonna play into the fact that it'll draw out a little bit. And I mean, look, in 2022, they didn't announce a starting quarterback until the coin toss, or flipping that coin for us.
Well, you gotta understand these coaches like to play mind games. They knew who the starting quarterback was going to be. They just was keeping it close to the vessel, right?
That's a good point.
They didn't want to tip the defensive coordinator off so they can start watching film and game plan.
And that's why I would hold it. That's why I would wait until fall camp, because it's just less time. You get like maybe at most a damn week to be able to look at something. Because I'm sure hypothetically next year it'll be Clemson again, but this time in the real Death Valley. They're gonna be watching. They're gonna be sitting there. I'm interested to see how this year plays out. Come on.
Well, man, I'm looking forward to seeing. I would like to see Jawan get some snaps, man. That sounds really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I like that he could do that and throw a little like wrench into the defensive plan. Man, it sounds like Taysom Hill, a little similar to that.
Marcel Reed,
that man. Oh Lord.
I'm telling y'all, Joe Sloan kind of hinted to that he has something up his sleeve to do that. So I can't wait to see if that's what he's gonna do. I would love to see it just to give the defense a different look.
Oh yeah.
Let's pop
And that's
in the
something
chat.
extra you got to game plan for.
I like to see him sling the rock a little bit too. I know Taysom Hill, man. They get him running it. You kind of know exactly what's about to happen.
Oh, yeah.
If you get Juwan Johnson slinging that thing, oh man, that could be something special.
Trick plays everywhere.
I like the idea. I mean, he wants to compete for the starting quarterback job. Like, oh man, it's a running back, right?
A good mindset. No, he switched to quarterback.
So he's all the way switched. Okay,
Yeah, quarterback 3.
interesting.
Yeah, he wound up switching whenever they had Colin Hurley. I got hurt,
Okay.
and they were kind of thin in that spot. Quite frankly, dog, this speaks to how good of an athlete he is in general. G starts at DB, great athlete, all around great player. He was just a pure athlete in high school, quite frankly, offensive and defensive. Comes to the defensive side of the ball. They're thin at running back. They lose John Emery. They're a little worried about that position. Don't worry, coach. I got it. Put me in. Same thing at quarterback. Little thin, little worried. Don't worry, coach. I got it. Put me in. He is a true dog. I mean, at every single situation that LSU was asking him to step up into, he stepped up into the pocket and let one rep. I'm not going to lie. Whether it be switching to running back, whether it be switching to quarterback, like every single time they have pointed to him, he's been there to answer. And I think that that's going to play into his favor a little bit because, I mean, it's not like he's really sacrificing a lot for the team, but he's still changing his initial plan, his initial, whatever he thought his time at LSU would be like. I guarantee you he didn't think it would end up as being a quarterback.
Right.
But the fact that he was answering both of those bells, running back and quarterback position changes, I think that the coaching staff knows they got a guy, a loyal guy, a guy that's going to sacrifice himself for the team and just make sure that, hey, I want the best product on the field out there. That's a quarterback mindset. That's a leader mindset. That's how I'm feeling.
Yeah, Juwan, and then he's a phenomenal person. So, you know, you root for a kid like that for sure.
All right, we're going to react to Floby, G. Floby's out here, our guy. He said he's excited to see what the defense can do this year. I do think the defense can be the most exciting part of the ball. And, I mean, part of that is because of the lack of production, rather. And I'm not saying they didn't do great last year. They did good. It's more so that this has been a talking point at LSU, the defense. I think that with how quick they're going to be able to turn around, with the amount of people that they pulled in, with like Baker getting comfortable, with Kyle Williams being incorporated, they're going to shock some people. They're going to turn some heads a lot. His take, Van Beer is probably going to start next year with Nuts leaves. All right, G. I'm preparing you for this one. This last comment, because he's bringing the Lagway conversation back up. He said DJ Lagway might be the worst Florida quarterback since Emory Jones.
What is dude from?
Floby, where you at? Where you from?
Where you from?
Where you from, bro?
Because you coming with some absurd comments. DJ Lagway must have put your somebody in your family out the playoffs or something in high school. I don't know. What happened?
What the hell, Floby? Then he put his best quarterback list in LSU history. Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, Jamarcus Russell, Matt Flynn, Matt Moss.
I gotta put Jamarcus Russell somewhere in there.
He did. Third.
Oh, yeah, Jamal. All right.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. Number 1 pick. I mean, it didn't plan out the way it was supposed to.
What about Jared Lee, man?
Bro, that 2011 season, that ain't never gonna get out of the minds of LSU fans, bro. Because that could have been another undefeated year. That could have been número 2. You can have 2 of them right now. And it was in New Orleans too.
Don't get much better than that.
Yeah, well,
Don't get
I'm
much
probably gonna be
better.
able to change this. Yeah. Well, we got TJ Dottery on at 4:00. Lane Kiffin's walking around doing his business, locking in. Oh, Lane, funny dude, bro. I like hearing his interviews. He always got something funny to say.
Yeah.
It's interesting to watch people in the football family, football minds like that. Like his father, Monty, the Tampa 2, all the defensive-minded coverages, watching him translate it. And then, quite frankly, I feel like that's why Lane's such a good offensive-minded coach, because you inside the mind of one of the best defensive coaches in the NFL. I mean, I use the Tampa 2 a lot on CIB. I'm paying homage.
Man, I'm hitting you with the whole shot, man.
Nah, bro,
One time
I'm hitting
before,
shell. You ain't even gonna be
I'm
able to
hitting
see.
you with the whole shot.
You ain't even gonna be able to see. I'm shelling it. I'm making it look like 3.
Nah. My pre-snap is immaculate.
What?
I put up 60 on you, bro. Come on now. Let's not do this. 62 to be.
I'm a change man. G.
And defense so hard on this new one, bro. I don't even want to know what it gets to now.
Hey,
It might get ugly.
I think I could probably get, as long as I get About 70. I'm good. As long as I get about 70. I already got 50. Under my belt. I think I can get 70. What you think, G?
Not on me.
That's what I'm talking about.
Not on me.
No 70 ball, you don't
Ain't
think?
happening. Ain't happening, bro.
I'm thinking at least 400 yards.
I'm nice.
That's my over-under. I can get 400 passing yards.
I'm too good.
You don't think I get 400 passing yards? How many passing yards?
Yeah, when the game over. when you just throw the ball every down because you know you ain't got a shot. Yeah, maybe so.
All right. Nah, I'm about to get in the line. You motivate me over here. You give me a chip on the shoulder. That's good. I like that. I'm the underdog right now. I'm the underdog. He said he's from Connecticut.
Man, stick to UConn basketball.
Page records.
For the life of me.
Man. Damn Dan Hurley. Wait, hold up. Dan Hurley left. Did he leave? Or is Dan Hurley still over there?
Oh, yeah, he's still up.
Because I know that people were trying to pull
him on the Lakers at one point.
No, he's still at UConn.
They must have backed that brain struck up for him. All right.
His job, man. That's a good coach.
So your SEC ranks. Who you got number one in the SEC? Your top four in the SEC. Because Roman said Texas, Bama.
Yeah, I got Texas 1. I got Florida 2.
Whoa!
I said Florida 2. LSU 2.
I was like, whoa!
I'm sorry. LSU 2. 3, Georgia. After that, man, you can either Bama, South Carolina, toss up beneath.
I'm putting South Carolina in the top 4. I think so. Florida, and I know South Carolina. I mean, shit, you can say it's about any SEC team. That 9-game stretch, bro. That is tough. You don't get no breaks in this damn conference, brother. Like, you don't at all. Every single time you out down the field, it's a dogfight against NFL caliber players, the whole staff of the head coaches. Like, every single coordinator in the damn SEC has an ability to be able to coach a Power 5 program. It gets rough. It gets deep. Deep, rich history. Hey, it just means more, bro. It just means more out here. SEC media days. I think we're going to shack out of here. A little 30-minute special for y'all. And I got DQ Smith on at the beginning. Go ahead, dial it back. Rewind. Go check it out. I'm going to drop the Win Weeks interview. Chris Hill, Garrett Nussbaum, Brian Kelly intro. We'll get all that up on the channel here tonight. And then we will be back live once again at, I would say, 3 y'all time, 4 our time. We'll play that one by ear. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe button. Y'all know where to find us. Y'all have a hell of a day.